on the dawn of a new age where life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are available to every American. And we must stand together as we collectively say, God bless America, and God bless Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance. Thank you all very much. God bless you. Victory feels like. Yeah! And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay. This you know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But this one this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured. Thanks to you. We're going to have safe cities, finally, safe cities. Secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're going to take Doge to Mars. I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time? How inspiring would that be? You know, there's always problems in life. You know, there's this problem, solve that problem. But you know, there need to be things that inspire you. There need to be things that make you glad to wake up in the morning and say, I'm looking forward to the future. Yeah. I love you guys. So, and let me tell you, I'm gonna work my ass off for you guys. So, I really will. So, and yeah, but I'm super fired up for the future. It's going to be very exciting. As the president said, we're going to have a golden age. It's going to be fantastic. And one of the fundamental things, one of the most American values that I love is optimism, and this feeling like we're gonna make the future good. We're gonna make it good. So, man, I can't wait. This is gonna be fantastic. So thank you again, and yeah, I'm just so excited about the future. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Kash Patel.
My, oh my, how do you follow Elon Musk when he tells you you're going to take you to Mars? I'll tell you how. He and I share something deeply. We love the American dream. And we have been given a gift by God today to usher in a new dynasty because we just inaugurated Donald J. Trump as our 47th president. And we just inaugurated J.D. Vance as our Vice President of the United States. And we did that because the American dream is alive and well, because you chose that our dream can be the dream for our children and the dream for our world. And we are at a crossroads here in America, but our future is bright because you had the courage to stand for your convictions. So I'm humbled here to talk to you about why I love the American dream. My story's pretty simple, it's unique, and some of you share in it. My parents were born and raised in East Africa. My father in the 1970s fled a genocidal dictatorship in Uganda, where he saw 300,000 of his countrymen murdered, where he saw what lawlessness would do if it was allowed to break through the system of constitutional justice. He fled, like so many others. He married my mother. They moved here. They waited in line. They stood in line because the American dream was worth standing in line for. That dream is woven into the fabric of this nation, and our immigration policy is the greatest policy in the world. And now that we have Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance, it will become the greatest policy in the world again. But dreams and hopes aren't enough, my friends. We got to get to work. And we got to accept the realities that too many of you know from your communities. President Trump launched in his first term priorities of national security, law enforcement, economy, and global diplomacy. But now we have to retread some of that. And I'd just like to go over a few of the things that our community has been living under these last few years. In the last calendar year alone, we had 100,000 drug overdoses. In the last calendar year alone, we had over 100,000 rapes. In the last calendar year alone, we had 17,000 homicides. That is unacceptable in 2025 in the United States of America. That is why we need constitutional law and order. When I read the statistic that for the age group of 18 to 45, the #1 cause of death is CCP fentanyl. We are not prioritized to go after the threats that face this country, and most of all, that face our future generations. But thank God, we will be starting right now. President Trump and J.D. Vance's leadership and administration will usher in the priorities that I cherished during my 16 years in government service. That we will always, always honor men and women who wear the cloth of our nation and stand on that wall and tell you nothing's getting by them tonight. And so to them, thank you. To our teachers and our frontline workers and our first responders, y'all choose to show up every single day for our children, for our communities, and we will now show up for you. Thank you for keeping us safe. To the men and women in law enforcement, and maybe I'm biased on this one, Our police officers, our sheriffs, our federal agents are some of the greatest warriors that God has ever created. And we will put them first because they have our backs, and now we will have your backs. I am standing here because of the American dream. I am not standing here because of the color of my skin. I'm standing here because I earned my right on this stage, and you earned your right to be here with me. And I promise you this, with every fiber of my being, that our law enforcement, that our teachers, that our first responders, that our veterans, that our men and women in uniform who dare to serve this country and put themselves below the rest of our needs will be reprioritized to the top of the heap because they are standing on that wall, and we will not let that light go dark on them. Whether I was a national security prosecutor, a President Trump's Deputy Director of National Intelligence, his Chief of Staff at the Department of Defense, or so many other roles that I was humbled and privileged to serve when I swore an oath to that Constitution, which I hope to do so again one day soon. You have my word that you have ushered in a dynasty of change. You have ushered in a dynasty that will allow our children to live this American dream. My American dream. I am living the world's American dream. I am the son of lawful immigrants. We worked our tails off just like you all do, and I'm going to make you a deal. I promise you I will never quit on your children. I will never quit on their children, because this American dream does not belong to me.
La paix chez vous, la paix chez toi. Bienvenue sur Trump en français. Quelle époque pour être vivant. Je ressors de notre trou, de ce terrier qu'est YouTube aujourd'hui. Car c'est une journée spéciale et on va continuer. On va continuer la marche. Les nouveaux, il faudra vous habituer. Les anciens savent comment nous travaillons ici. J'espère que vous allez bien, j'espère que vous vous portez bien. Alors, la célébration continue, mais avec des discours assez importants sur lesquels nous allons revenir. Je vais faire la traduction du discours de Elon Musk tout à l'heure et de Cash Patel en ce moment. Ce que je vais faire, car je ne suis pas reposé depuis que je vous ai laissé. Je voulais juste activer cette chaîne et essayer certaines choses dans mon expérimentation, parce que nous allons tous peut-être aller sur Mars, comme Elon Musk vient de le dire. Installe-toi confortablement. Je vais laisser rouler cette vidéo. S'il y a une coupure, il n'y a pas de problème. Je suis à mon deuxième strike de la journée. Mais qui fait ça? Deuxième strike. On a eu 2 strikes. Oh! Mais regardez, nous sommes encore là. Bienvenue dans le terrier du lapin. Vous allez apprendre quelque chose aujourd'hui. Nous serons là. C'est une longue journée. Installe-toi, prends ton café de la façon la plus simple. Alors, Donald Trump va retrouver les patriotes dans cette grande salle tout à l'heure. Et vous savez quoi? Nous allons entendre Donald Trump tout à l'heure. Et ensuite, à 20h ce soir, mais certains parmi vous doivent aller au lit parce qu'il sera tard chez vous, nous serons toujours présents. Allez, je vais donc vous laisser regarder ces images du RSBN que nous remercions. Et je vais revenir plus tard et vous allez pouvoir réécouter non seulement le discours de l'investiture, et là c'est Dan Scavino qui se présente. Nous allons réécouter Dan Scavino, on va écouter Elon Musk. Je vous laisse avec les vidéos. Je vous retrouve dans environ 1 heure de temps, ou un peu de plus, ok, quand Donald Trump revient. Ok, ça c'est pour ceux qui vont venir ici. Vous qui êtes dans le chat, dites à tout le monde que je reviendrai dans 1 heure, 1h30 environ, ok, pendant que tous les patriotes ont quitté le Capitole et les membres du nouveau cabinet de Donald Trump s'adressent en direct aux patriotes. Dan Scavino, je vais faire la traduction tout à l'heure. Je vous charge, vous qui êtes là.
USA, 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 The 45th and the 47th President of the United States of America will be here shortly. He's down at the Capitol.
Le président Donald Trump va nous rejoindre ici tout à l'heure. Dit Dan Scavino. Donald Trump va nous rejoindre tout à l'heure. Alors, je vais aller me reposer le temps que Donald Trump arrive. Partagez la vidéo avec tout le monde. Partagez la vidéo. On doit continuer ensemble. On n'arrête pas. Et on va se retrouver également sur Radio La Voix de l'Afrique tout à l'heure. Si ceci fonctionne, on repart sur Radio La Voix de l'Afrique. Quelle époque pour être vivant.
It really hit me when they took the presidential seal right here and put it on front of the podium for when the president gets here. President Trump often says to us on Team Trump over the years, "You're so lucky that I took you on this journey." In the good times and the bad times, no matter what would be happening, we'd be sitting on Trump Force One, Air Force One, in the Oval Office, at Mar-a-Lago, no matter where it may be. Good times, bad times. You are so lucky I took you on this journey. And you know what, Mr. President? You are damn right. You took all of us on this journey. There's been a lot of stops along the way from 2016 when we started back in 2015 with a small campaign team flying around the country, doing rallies, small team, 6, 7, maybe 8 people. Then it continued to grow. Before you knew it, the GOP nomination was going to Donald J. Trump in Cleveland in 2016. Fast forward, he became the 45th President of the United States of America. He had a great 4-year term, and you know what's been great? The last 4 years have...
Pendant que notre merveilleuse, que j'aime de tout mon cœur, notre Fatima à Montréal nous rejoint, Ludovic Edro dit double strike, c'est pour la finale. Allez, je vais vous laisser. Ok Fatima, comme tu viens de nous rejoindre, j'ai dit à tout le monde, la paix est au courant que nous, ceci c'est le direct, ok? Je vais aller manger maintenant parce que j'ai pas mangé, j'ai rien fait. Et je reviens pour qu'on écoute ensemble Donald Trump devant le grand peuple. La journée continue. Bonne fête, bonne célébration tout le monde, c'est notre journée. On ne lâche rien. I love you. À tout à l'heure. Bye bye.
He wanted to know how his staff was. Myself and Susie were with him, and Stephen Chung and Walt, and even the Secret Service. How are you guys doing? The guy just got shot in the damn head, and he's worried about us. Are you guys okay? He's on the phone with his family. Showed him a picture, the iconic photo of his fist raised in the air. Told him it was from Doug Mills from the New York Times, a great photographer. He looked at the picture, he's staring at the picture, one of the most historical photos of all time. There'll never be anything like it. He said, call Doug and see if he's doing okay. That's the attitude he had in that hospital. Our president has been resilient through a lot. And I don't need to get into all of it because you're all familiar with it, and I'm convinced much of it that went on over the last 4 years is why he won the election in an electoral landslide. In Butler, Pennsylvania, when he got up and he raised that fist and he shouted, "Fight." He will do that for every one of you, for the United States of America. He will always put America first, without question. He loves what he does. He's got a great administration and a great team behind him. What a journey. McDonald's, drive-through window. Garbage trucks showing up at a rally, and him on the plane putting on his orange vest. Sir, are you going to take that off? I'm going to the rally in my orange vest. The guy is 1 in a trillion. There will never be anybody like this man again. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy this movement.
And together, we will continue to fight, 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 put America first, and make America great again. God bless everybody here. Thank you.
One of our great sponsors. While we have an opportunity, we don't want you to miss any of the speakers as they take the stage. But our friends at Patriot Addict have done it again. The Trump knife. This has been such a highly coveted item. Through things slowly. He's really embracing the tradition. And these supporters here, these are the real stars. And those who are watching right now, the American people, those who overwhelmingly voted him in. I am curious, though, like you, I was hooked to the screen, especially for his speech. I would like to know what some of your favorite parts of what he had to say in his inaugural address were.
Well, definitely the revolution of common sense coming to America. That's something I've never heard of before, a revolution of common sense, which is quite awesome. So that really stuck out to me. It was just overall a wonderful speech there inside the rotunda of the U.S. Capitol building. Looking forward to hearing more from President Trump here today. Finally, we don't have to call him President-elect Trump anymore, Christina. He is President Trump. And of course, you were there at the watch party or the viewing of the inauguration. So can you talk to us about when each of the people, former presidents and on, were walking into the U.S. Capitol there? What were the crowd reactions that you were seeing?
Well, of course, when Barack Obama's first camera appearance came up, he received a resounding boo from the crowd. Oh, Hillary Clinton, though, it was a powerful sound of disdain. Everybody was booing Hillary Clinton. I was a little surprised that when George W. Bush came up, he also got the boo. And then we just recently, on the latest video that we were showing you just moments ago, everything is live, by the way, that we are showing you, Bernie Sanders got booed. I know that might not be a surprise to many, but he did. But you know, it was surprising to me to see how much the people in this room love
Bonsoir, bonjour, peuple de la planète. Votre serviteur Mohamed Diallo, encore une fois, merci de votre présence, patience. Comme vous l'indique notre charmante, excellente Fatima, nos modérateurs, modératrices, ceux qui ont la clé, qui n'ont pas la clé. Ceci n'était qu'un test, ok, sur cette chaîne. Ceci n'était qu'un test. Nous allons nous retrouver tout à l'heure sur Radio La Voix de l'Afrique pour continuer ensemble à vivre cette journée historique. Beaucoup de choses se sont passées. Alors, tout à l'heure, ce que je vais vous offrir, c'est le résumé de ce qui s'est passé depuis ce matin sur Radio La Voix de l'Afrique, ok? Mais on va le faire d'une façon plus simple, car il y a beaucoup de choses étranges qui se passent sur YouTube. Tout à l'heure, même la chaîne RSBN que vous regardez avait des problèmes de retransmission. La chaîne RSBN que vous regardez avait des problèmes de retransmission. Mais quand on regarde les chaînes de télévision nationale américaine, il n'y a aucun problème, ok? Donc, ce que je préfère faire, c'est orienter ma caméra vers l'une de ces télévisions et on va regarder ensemble, comme on l'a fait tout à l'heure. Et on continue, on persévère. Et prenez votre café, prenez votre thé. Et on se retrouve tout à l'heure. Je vais arrêter ce live. On se retrouve tout à l'heure sur Radio La Voix de l'Afrique. Et on va ensemble écouter Elon Musk. On va réécouter Kash Patel. On va écouter Donald Trump en direct tout à l'heure. Pendant qu'il y a cette cérémonie au Capitole. Les hommages rendus par les différentes branches de l'armée américaine. Toutes mes caméras, toutes mes télés sont activées. Nous allons y arriver. Ça va être fantastique, ok? Allez, à tout à l'heure. Je vais arrêter ce live dans une dizaine de minutes. Thank you. Cérémonie de la présentation des branches de l'armée américaine au nouveau président Donald Trump avec Space Force, la marine nationale, l'armée de terre, l'armée de l'air et la toute dernière branche Space Force présentée, mise en place par Donald J. Trump. Rebonsoir, peuple de la planète. Le spécial, journée d'investiture de Donald J. Trump. Souvenez-vous bien qu'avec Joe Biden, ça ne s'est pas passé ainsi. C'est très important, ce que vous voyez aujourd'hui, c'est différent. Le retour du commandant en chef dans la ville étrangère de Washington, D.C. Installez-vous confortablement. Nous allons résumer toute la journée pour vous. Et patience. Bonjour, bonsoir. Chez vous.